Let people search everything on the whole internet. Google. Do you see that? Amazon, Apple, they all ask what if questions. Inventors ask what if questions. So what is why positive? Why positive is, why am I doing this? It is not, why am I doing this? It is, yes, why am I doing this? You're excited about life. You're passionate about it. What is the purpose of doing this? So now you are getting into, you are getting to align. What is the purpose of my life? Like, why do I exist? How can I give more value? So you bring other questions too, but essentially you are in a why space. Why positive space? They don't stop either. So a classic question would be, why am I so lucky in business? What are the 3 reasons I am successful? Look at the framing of that question. It has nothing to do with failure. Why am I so successful? Why am I so lucky? Why am I so grateful? All of a sudden, you get more lucky. Why? Because you're so lucky, because you're a good person. Why am I such a good person? Because your parents brought you up really good. Why did my parents brought up really good? Because they had culture. Why did they have culture? Do you see that? Now it's an upward going positive loop. Before it was a downward spiraling negative loop of whys. This is like an upward spiraling positive loop. From the negative, you became a positive why. So the positive why will give you so much leverage until you finally reach the current highest destination that I could map out in humans, which is what if. I'm not saying that you cannot ask what if right now. What I'm saying is you reach a place where you're always asking what if. What if red was white and white was red? What if sky was earth and earth was sky? You question everything. What if I could create a phone without a touch screen? What if I could create a phone with a touch screen instead of keyboards? What if I could ship stuff to people's home? What if I could have a website that could let people search everything on the whole internet? Google. Do you see that? Amazon, Apple, they all ask what if questions. Inventors ask what if questions. So if you are able to, like if you look at Newton or Einstein, you look at how Einstein found his relativity. What if there was a train that is going at the speed of light on one direction? And what if there was another train that going in another direction? The person sitting on the first train, will that person see the second person? Who sees them first? These kind of questions. So Einstein combined a lot of what if questions through imagination. He created a cluster of what if questions to create a new philosophy, new concept of relativity. Isaac Newton, same thing. He asked that possibility of what if? Why is the apple not going up? Why is it going down? Why not? So why not is a what if too. Like people say, why? You're like, why not? It's a possibility. You're asking the question of what if? What if it could go? So if somebody's like, oh, we cannot go 120 miles per hour. You're like, why not? You're asking a possibility question, right? What if it could go on 120 miles per hour? Makes sense? So these are the layers of questions. So as you go up in the layers, in higher and higher layers, you gain more clarity. It's as if you're climbing a mountain. You start climbing the mountain with no clarity. You're asking possibly why negative, or you start with like what is this? What is this thing called life? And then you move to how. And sometimes life might put you in unique experiences, and those unique experiences might push you back to why negative. It's possible, and from there you'll come back to what and how, and then who, and then to what if. Once you reach what if, Like, you might still go back to why negative is possible. We are all human beings. But your commitment is to stay in who and what if. If you stay in who and what if, you become a significant value creator in the world. If you stay in how, it's still good. You're a value creator too, right? You're creating value through the thing that you thought that you need to be working on. But if you become a what if, you become a really high value creator in the world. With who, you become a decent value creator too. So explore, where do you want to stay? Because it's based on these questions. Remember, I started this conversation with clarity.